Earthy people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gerard, Witch of Earth's Curious Goods, and in previous videos I asked if you guys wanted to have a video about candle colors and kind of like how it works, and a few of you commented wanting to that video, and well, that's what this video is about. Candle colors and their meanings. So if you've ever wondered why I use a particular color candle in my spell work or why certain colors are used, this video is just for you. So without further ado, let's begin. So the first color that I want to go over is white. And the reason why I want to go over white, and if any candle if there's any candle that you should have in your supplies or in your witchcraft, I would highly recommend white. And the reason why is the color white encompasses all colors. Okay, so it's considered like a multi-purpose candle. And you have to think about it, right? Think about your ancestors or prior technology in the modern age, right? What colors do you think they had? Probably white, right? So you imagine a lot of spellcraft, a lot of magic that was done, folk magic in particular as well. White was highly utilized. So I would highly recommend that if anything, just make sure to have white candles. Now, before I keep continuing with this video, I want you to understand, okay, that if you, for instance, don't have a particular candle color and you're like, oh my gosh, my magic isn't going to work now, that is not the case, okay? Just like all things in witchcraft, make the magic your own, okay? Have I done a love spell using a green candle? Definitely. Have I done a friendship candle using a white candle? Definitely. Have I gotten results on both of those spells? Definitely. So just keep that in mind, okay? This just aids or adds to your magic, okay? Adds to you. Now, if you decide that you don't want to use colors, you don't want to utilize colors, you don't even want to use candles, then by all means, don't use it, okay? So just wanted to put that little side note in there. So, continuing on. Since white encompasses all colors, just keep that in mind that it is an all-purpose color to have, okay? Wearing all white also can represent purity. A lot of witches and a lot of spiritualists also will associate white with the moon, okay? But keep that in mind that it's purity. You have protection. You have purification, okay? So to give you an example, I would use a white candle if, like, say I need to cleanse a bunch of objects, okay? Maybe I'm casting a protection spell. Use some white candles to add some more magic to that spell, okay? So keep that in mind. Have a white candle. White in general. The next color is going to be red. The color red is associated with life, love, sex, passion, drive, energy, fire, right? So imagine if I am going to be doing a passion spell, dressing in all red adds that energy to that spell, okay? Adds to the allure, sex appeal, right? It has been conducted that if you wearing red tends to attract more eyes on you, right? What is that, folklore or that mythology where if you have like a red car, you're more apt to be seen. So keep that in mind that red is used often in those types of workings, right? Sex, passion, love. It can also be used for protection. A lot of people don't know that. So imagine fire. So anytime I'm doing, like, say, a fiery wall of protection, I'll use red candles. The next color, pink, okay? Pink is associated with also love, but friendship, compassion. So if you're looking for more of a healing energy, a calming energy, use pink in your magic. Wear pink. Use the color pink as far as your candle is concerned. And that's going to add some calming vibes to it. Friendship spells, I definitely love using pink. So get your hands on a pink candle. The next color, orange. Orange for illumination, for thought, mental processes. A lot of witches and spiritualists will also connect orange to the element of air, which is also intellect, right? So imagine that you want to do a spell for inspiration. Use orange in there, okay? Maybe it's a truth spell that you want to do. Also use some orange in there. But orange can also be used for attraction, also for energy as well. So imagine air as movement, okay? Maybe there's something that is standing in your way. There's that spell, like maybe you're doing a road opening spell. Try to use some orange candles inside with that spell to help remove those obstacles, right? To get those things moving out of your way, or to get that goal moving in your direction, that attraction spell. Next, we're going to do green. Now, green is associated with prosperity, money, abundance. Also, a lot of witches and spiritualists will connect green to the earth, the element of earth, okay? So very grounding energies as well. If you want stability, maybe it's a happy home spell. Try to do green. Maybe you're doing money spells or prosperity spells, or maybe you're doing an abundance spell for a friend. Next up, blue. Use the color blue, and even with your candles, when you want to connect to the element of water. So think of emotions, peace, tranquility, relaxation, movement. Also connected to psychic energy. Also connected to peace and also healing. So if it's a healing spell, maybe you're casting a healing spell for a friend, go ahead and put that blue in there. Use the candle blue in that type of working to add that little oomph to it. Next up, yellow. Now, yellow I absolutely love. I use yellow a lot in spell work, only because for me personally especially, it is connected to the element of air. Imagine sunlight, right? The sun shining. So it's connected to happiness, of energy, of uplifting, okay? Peace, tranquility. So yellow, I absolutely positively, especially for positivity spells, you'll definitely want to use yellow in that, okay? So if you're doing a spell for happiness, or maybe you're trying to bring happiness to the home, try lighting some yellow candles when you're casting that spell to give it that extra oomph, right? Maybe it's something that maybe you're just going through a rough time and you want more of uplifting energy to surround you. Light some yellow, wear some yellow, see yellow. Yellow is one of those colors that is just absolutely love when it comes to my magic, when it comes to witchcraft, when it comes to spells. Utilize yellow. Try it out. Okay, earthy people, so we went over a lot of colors, right? I am going to go over some candle colors that I don't have in front of me, but I'm going to go over the color black. Now, when you want to use black, I use black candles a lot. I'm actually out of black candles because I use it so much, but it helps with cleansings, banishings. It can be used for baneful work. Very rare do I ever have to do baneful work, but for those of you that are doing baneful work, black candles do come in handy. But you gotta imagine black is also the absence of color, right? So it's also good for taking away. So maybe it's just that spirit in the home that just doesn't want to leave. Use some black candles. Absorb the negativity. Maybe there's energy inside of the space that you're in that just you can't quite get rid of, or you're gonna do a spell. Use some black candles. Help absorb that negativity and get rid of it, right? Add some oomph to that spell. So just keep in mind that black candles aren't just for baneful work. It can also use to banish and to protect as well. I love using black candles in protection spells. It works wonders. Try it out. Okay, and the next color I want to mention, an honorable mention, is brown. I love the color brown because it definitely gives very stable energies to the spell. So do a brown candle when it comes to stability, balance, also prosperity. It is connected to the earth. Grounding, right? We want to ground those energies. Maybe it's just that energy that you just also want to get rid of. You can use it for banishings as well, okay? good for binding. So don't forget, the color brown is just as important as black. Final honorable mention that I definitely want to do is silver. Okay, you don't come across a lot of silver candles, but the silver color also can be. But if you do get your hands on a silver candle, it's associated with the moon. A lot of spiritualists and a lot of witches will associate that with the moon. Also, it gives that psychic energy, a very magical energy as well. So if you feel like maybe you just want to make sure that that spell does take place, or maybe it's that moon spell that you are doing, light some silver candles. Wear silver as well. Okay? Oh, and finally, I promise the last color is gold. Gold, of course, is associated with illumination as well. It's pretty close to the color yellow, right? But also is associated with prosperity. It also is considered connected to the divine. So a lot of spiritualists and witches also will use gold on their altars. And it also depends on if you're doing any kind of deity work. Gold is also utilized. Well, earthly people, I hope today's video helped you out. So if it can give you some direction on what candle colors to use or to have, maybe you're getting your supplies up, I hope this video helped you out and gives you a few pointers here or there. As always, make the magic your own, okay? So if you use a red candle and it isn't giving you the passion energy, or maybe it's not working well with passion spells, then by all means take note of that, write it down. Maybe when you're doing red, it's great for protection more than love for you, okay? But you have to try these things out. It's tried and true. It's a craft. It grows. Your magic will grow as you grow. So just don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to try all these colors and make it work for you. I wanted to give you just a correspondence, something to go by, and then run with it, right? Make the magic your own. Don't be afraid to mix and match, right? So if I'm doing an illumination spell, I'm going to do yellow, but at the same time I want that illumination spell to flow correctly. I'm going to use blue, and then maybe I'm also going to make sure that with that illumination spell I want to prosper, so I'm going to use green. So don't be afraid to take the colors and combine them and use them in your magic, okay? Maybe you'll be dressed in all yellow and then all your candles will be blue and green, right? So don't be afraid to put them together, see what works for you. Of course, as you guys are watching my videos, I will recommend a certain color. Some spells, because I have done the spell and I know that it works with, for instance, the color green, I will say get a green candle. Okay, and if you hear me say that, it's because maybe it's a money video, money spell video that I'm doing. So therefore, we're using green, which I just went over. Prosperity, abundance, money associated with that, right? With the color earth is connected to it. So we want that. So, as always, stay earthy, stay magical, and don't forget, love yourself and others. Until next time, bye for now.